The Blackhawks have scored just 7 goals in their last 6 playoff games, dating back to last year's first-round series with St. Louis. They're down 2-0 to Toronto, and this is must-win time tonight. Here is Felix Potvin. This is where he played his first NHL game November 14th, 91. Brilliant in a 2-0 loss to Chicago. He's been beaten just once, though, in these playoffs. Eddie Belfour has promised bounce right back after a first game 5-1 loss. All he needs now is for his mates to get him 2 or 3. Toronto, starting with Eastwood, Krushelnyski, and Vanderbilt. There's the referee, Paul Stewart, Jerry Gauthier, and Shane Heyer will be on the lines. Sutter, Graham, and Pennyworth starting for Chicago. Now, they had a great start in Game 2 at Maple Leaf Gardens. And, of course, came out empty, as everybody knows. They want to get a big start tonight here on home ice. Carney tried a shot. It gets in front of the net. Dirk Green turning around on the boards and can't get a shot, and the Leafs get it out. Again, the Blackhawks are forechecking early. Now they're making some quick changes, allowing the Leafs McCown to get it up to Krushelnyski, and Eastwood is on the move. Out of the net is Belfour, jammed it up on the glass by Eastwood. And the Blackhawks send 2 away. Here's Roenick, the big guy. He went in and tried a shot that was deflected wide. It gets down in front. Goal! The Blackhawks get the first goal. They were out quickly, and Monty jammed it in. 1-0 Chicago.
Well, the big line for the Hawks, Roenick, Murphy, and Amonte had not scored in games 1 and 2. But very quickly here, before the first minute of play, the Hawks do what they often do in Chicago, get a lead. Amonte fished the puck out from underneath Felix Potvin, stepped past Dave Ellett, and put it into an empty net. Chicago 1, Toronto 0.
Roenick will draw an assist for sure. Kearney also getting an assist. 49 seconds into the first period. Amonte gives Chicago a 1-0 lead. The Leafs kept their first shot in on goal, and Belfour went down on one knee and had the crowd buzzing a little bit. It took a funny hop and hit him on the right pad. Isabart rolled it over center ice. Poulin trying to go in. Bumped by McCown. Lost his stick in the process. Again, Chicago forechecking. 3 of them were in deep. And the Leafs had to shoot it down the ice. Smith is back. And that is an icing call against Toronto.
Let's have a look at the lineups for tonight's game. The Leafs made 2 changes, not on defense. Pat Burns, one of the few coaches in the NHL that will change his lineup after a win. John Cullen's in, Mike Krushelnyski's in. And they replaced McRae and Borshevsky. Baumgartner's still not healthy enough to play. Bialowas been returned to St. John's in the American Hockey League. Pat Burns was telling me this morning, the first 10 minutes, you have to survive the first 10 minutes in Chicago to have any chance of winning. 1 goal down after 10 gives you a chance. If they get 2, Bob, it might be a long night.
He was saying coming over on the bus tonight to Chicago Stadium, he could not get a read on his players. It was very quiet in that charter bus. Well, the Blackhawks came out all afire and got the first goal. They're leading 1-0. Gilmore gets his first shift. Clark and Gartner are the wingers for Gilmore. Here's Mike Gartner across center. Gilmore is up on the play and heading for the net. Into the far corner he goes. The Blackhawks are all back, though, and Suter will clear it ahead. Murphy trying to race in. Ellett got back with him. Murphy went into the boards heavily, and the net is knocked off the moorings as Amonte is in. And the crowd is loving the way the Blackhawks are coming out here in the first period, and the first penalty has been called against Toronto. Rouse.
Well, things not going right for the Leafs. An early goal against, an early penalty against. The Hawks practiced their power play for 40 minutes yesterday in practice. We'll find out whether it does any good at all. In front of the net, the interference penalty to Bob Rouse will put the Leafs further back on their heels here. Just a minute, 46 seconds into the game. Here's another look at the penalty. The Hawks are going to the net with the puck, and they're going to the net without the puck. And there's the interference call. He had his choice. Gilmore or Rouse, he'd have been right either way.
Rouse coming in behind the Chicago player and threw him into the goalpost. He's off for interference. Chicago 1, Toronto nothing. They haven't played 2 minutes yet in this first period.
Well, Daryl Sutter gets what he wants, an early goal. He said, we have to get the lead. We haven't had it in the series yet.
Suter at the blue line trying to shot it, hit a leg. And Berg couldn't get it by Suter. Stopped it at the line and kept it in. There's another penalty coming up against Toronto, I believe. They're going to be short 2 players now as Paul Stewart has called a second penalty against the Leafs. And this one is a high sticking call. Now Berg is starting to move over to the penalty box. Here he comes.
Boy, this is a tough spot. The hole the Leafs are digging for themselves is getting deeper by the second. 11 seconds on the left. On the left of your screen, you're going to see it. Berg shoots the puck out and then brings the stick up on Roenick. Boy, a tough penalty. A tough penalty. 11 seconds into the first penalty. Pat Burns gives you that smile of disapproval.
A minute 49 left in the Rouse penalty. Now Bill Berg joins him in the penalty box. Chicago has the first goal on the board as you look at Berg being checked along the boards, and he got a stick up. Here's Suter from the blue line. He passed to the other side, and Chelios ripped the shot in front of the net again. He scores! Amonte gets his second, and the Blackhawks lead 2-0.
This point shot by Chelios. No Leaf came out to hurry him at all. 3 Hawks, 3 Leafs. Jamie McCowan falls. Amonte gets the puck. A nice low shot. A rebound after the stop by Potvin. Amonte gets it and shoots it by Potvin to Potvin's left. 2-0.
And they remain on the power play for another 1:45. Amonte has scored at 49 seconds and at 2:07. Chelios and Suter assisting on the power play goal. 2-0 Chicago. Suter dumps it in. Roenick is coming up there and using the body. Back to Chelios. Fake the pass to Suter. Played it into the side of the net. Roenick is bumped off the puck. Chelios again. Waiting. Decides to try to shoot it at the net. It was blocked by McCown, and he pushed it down the ice. 1:10 left in the penalty to Berg of Toronto. Chicago with 2 goals. And moving up again on the power play. Roenick, Poulin, centered it. Yzerbark nearly scored. It is Poulin and Yzerbark. Back to the line it goes to the big shot. Chelios off his stick and bounced to the board. Suter now might get one. He decides to pass it through his skates to Chelios. It got out over the line. 40 seconds left on the late penalty to Berg, and Ruutu coming in. His shot deflected off the boards, and Potvin stopped the pass out. Poulin missed it behind the goal and hopped over to his stick. Suter at the blue line, lost it against Gilmore. Up with Gartner, and a good play by Weinrich. The speedster Gartner was nearly home free. 18 seconds left in the second lead penalty. And there's going to be a Chicago penalty coming up now when the Hawks gain possession. Here it is. The first Chicago penalty with 10 seconds left in the lead penalty to Berg. Chicago leads 2-0.
Well, Paul Stewart ruling with an iron hand. A very debatable call on Bird, especially for a second penalty. And this one on Christian Ruutu for cross-checking.
2 minutes for cross-checking at 3:47. Blackhawk penalty Ruutu. 2 minutes for cross-checking at 3:47.
What is this, touch football tonight?
Blackhawk goal and the power play is
Crowd's geared up for a game.
Scored by number 10.
A game Paul Stewart would love to play in.
Assisted by number 7.
He's called 3 penalties in the first
number 20,
4 minutes, only one of them a playoff-type penalty.
Bill Berg's penalty was on the questionable side. He had a stick up, but how far up? Montreal getting off to an early lead on Boston with one on the net. He was a doubtful starter. He has started for the Canadiens. It's a big game for Montreal tonight. Berg is ready to come back out. 5 seconds remaining in his penalty. Puck in the Chicago zone, and now Berg is on the ice. The Leafs on a power play. 2-0 Chicago. Potvin stopped that long shot from Chelios. Great accuracy from Chelios. Center, Gill. Ian Andrechuk go in. Gilmore is on the ice with Clark. Clark in the corner trying to come up with it. It is knocked loose. Chelios is there, goes back to the blue line to Elliott. Elliott shoots one. Scramble in front of the net. Clark missed on the short side. And the Blackhawks will fire it away. It hit Gill. Just got over the line. Brent Sutter now picks the opening to clear it down the ice. 1:10 left in the penalty to Chicago. Ruutu in the penalty box. Leafs put it in offside. They'll retire this building at 65 years. Question is, how many more games? Tonight and tomorrow against Toronto. They have to win one to keep it alive. Toronto up in the series 2-0. Here's Mironov putting it up behind the net. Power play for Toronto with 40 seconds remaining on it. It's knocked down the ice. Mironov will take it near his own line. Slip it ahead. Offside is called at the Chicago blue line.
Well, the Chicago Blackhawks have had everything go their way so far tonight. They've been dominant on the scoreboard. Gilmore, of course, is a marked man for the Leafs. Gary Suter making sure the takeout against the glass. Those guys shared a happy moment together in Calgary, but those days are gone. They're bitter enemies right now, and the Leafs need the next goal to get back into this game, not only on the scoreboard, but in their minds.
Amonte has 2 goals for Chicago. His first and second of the playoffs. It is 2-0 Blackhawks. We are nearing the 6-minute mark of the first period. Ruutu ready to come back on. He'll be on in 12 seconds. The Leafs shoot it in. Big rebound off the boards. Toronto on it. Cullen back to Mironov. His shot deflected at the side of the net. Kearney picks it up for Chicago. Gets it ahead. The penalty is over. There's Ruutu. Leafs Mironov dumping it in and going off on a change. Blackhawks leading 2-0, and Cullen intercepts. Weak shot in on the net, and that was stopped by Belfour, and he smothered it. Bob Cole and Harry Neal. Broadcast booth at the Chicago Stadium. And the Blackhawks are off to an early lead, 2-0. Both goals by Amonte at 49 seconds and a 2:07.
Well, the 2 workhorses for the Hawks are the 2 defensemen, Chris Chelios and Gary Suter. This is one reason why the Leafs were not upset at all about playing Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday rather than Friday and Sunday. These 2 guys, they thought, might pay the price in Game 4, but Game 3, they're full of energy at the moment, and Toronto are on their heels.
The Maple Leafs start up to center ice. Manderville gets over the Chicago line. Rubbed out along the boards. And Belfour put it dangerously high. Got on the glass and stayed in, though. Lefebvre is back there, and he is covered in his own zone. Couldn't get the puck off the boards. Green tried to kick it loose and got it loose. Boots it back, and there was Vanderbilt. Giving it to Eastwood, coming out with Rouse. Up over the line with Eastwood and Krushelnyski going in. Belfour again, electing to come out. And that was a good move to clear it away. Chicago, and the Leafs bumping a bit now. Krushelnyski is not flying by Graham. At the line, it's Elliott. And to push it up along the boards in back of the net, Krushelnyski centered it. Nobody in front, though. And the Blackhawks easily come out to center. Wilkinson shoots it from center ice. Clark chopped at it. It gets all the way back, hit the Chicago player going off. 2-0 Blackhawks leading. Here's Murphy. Shoots, scores! Murphy makes it 3-0 as he blasts one by Potvin on the stick side.
Well, the Leafs got caught making a change, Bob, on this one. And in this short neutral zone, a blue line to blue line pass. And here it is right here. You can see the Leaf right defenseman didn't have time to get all the way over. But Potvin should have had it. Rouse went into the middle of the rink. Here's the look at it from Potvin's viewpoint. A perfect shot, just ticked off the post, but a 45-footer.
Good hard shot by Joe Murphy, and that's his first goal in the playoff. So Amati has scored his first and second, and now Murphy, and it's very quickly a 3-0 Chicago lead. Boy, they're coming again. Amati shot it on the boards for Jeremy Roenick going after Elliott. Elliott made a quick pass, and the Leafs get it up to Gardner through center ice with a long shot. Gloved very confidently by Ed Belfour. Hard shot by Gardner, but lots of time for Belfour, and he saw it all the way. Hill, the hero in game 2, along with the goaltender Potvin for Toronto. He scored in overtime. Gardner moving up again with Gilmore. Another quick shot by Gardner, but he missed the net this time. Chelios was back. Gardner bumped him. He made his play, though, to Poulin. Up across center and dropping it for Yzerberg, cutting for the net with a pass. The shot, here's a chance for Kearney. Moving in, shooting. Rebound, Potvin down. And he hangs on to it this time, and the Leafs are going to chase Yzerberg out of there. He was in walking away at Potvin as the Leaf goalie had the puck smothered. But the Hawks are really coming at the Maple Leafs in this first period. They're leading 3-0. 11:25 remaining in the first period. Chicago out shooting Toronto 8-5 and leading 3-0. A pair of goals by Amati and the other by Murphy.
You can see Gauthier got a cut on his forehead, between his eyes. He went over to the timer's bench on the commercial timeout and got a little bit of first aid.
Chicago control the puck on the face-off in the lead zone. Centered again. Rouse this time will move it ahead. Kearney waited for that and shot it back to Rouse. Again, it's dumped in by Dubinsky on Chicago. Aronoff trying to move it out. Kearney stops it again and shoots it in. Leafs unable to get organized. Andrechuk is bumped. Centering pass skipped away. And to Pearson. Out over his own line to Rouse. Rouse steps in over the Chicago line. Trying to go in. And he was stopped by Weinrich, but there's going to be another penalty called against the Chicago Blackhawks. Pearson was dumped in front of the net. Might have resulted in the Chicago penalty.
Blackhawk penalty, Shantz, 2 minutes for slashing at 9:17.
Jeff Shantz was caught slashing here at 9:17.
Take a look at the right-hand side of your screen, number 11.
Hit Pearson right in front of the net. Amati with 2. Joe Murphy with the other goal. 3-0 Chicago lead here in the first. Leaf power play again. Gilmore, Clark, Gartner, Gill, and Ellen. Suter trying to clear it. Got it up to Green. And he made sure it got by Todd Gill. Gill passes one back to Ellett. He gets over the blue line and then gives it to Clark. He had to move back from Chelios, who was coming at him. Brent Sutter missed it. The Leafs now get it in there. It's centered. Gill knocked down a high one. Trying to turn away from Brent Sutter. Lost it on the boards. Sutter moving in. Two players falling to the ice on the puck, and that stops the play.
Well, because the Leaf player, Todd Gill, fell on it, the face-off will be outside the blue line. The shots are 8-5, but the chances to score are 5 Chicago, none for the Leafs. Eddie Belfour has not had to make any kind of a difficult stop. It's been all Hawks.
Toughest shot he's seen was from Gartner, and that came from 65 feet. Coming up to the halfway mark of the first period. 3-0 Chicago. Leafs on a power play. Again, good penalty killing by Chicago. Green was in deep. That allows Gill to move away, and he gets up over the line. Has to dump it off to the corner for Gartner going in. Clark is bumped. Gilmore on the puck. Clark waits for the pass. Takes it. Out front, Ellett. Score! Ellett took the quick pass from Clark and took a shot that I believe was deflected in front of Belfour. And Toronto gets a power play goal, and that makes it 3-1.
Well, Doug Gilmore right here gets the puck past Chelios to Gartner. It comes right out to Dave Ellett as number 12 Brent Sutter got in way too far as he was worried about Gartner in front. Wendell Clark made the pass, not Gartner. And you're right, it hit somebody's stick and went between the legs of the goaltender, Eddie Belfour. So the Leafs are back in. 9:45 to go in the first period. 3-1 Hawks.
10:15 the time of the Leaf goal. The first of the playoffs for Dave Ellett. Clark and Gilmore assisted on that power play goal by Toronto. That makes it 3-1. Belfour is waiting back there, decides he'll play it. Weinrich gave it away. Quick shot is wide of the net. Here's Cecil trying to center. Gets it out front. It was deflected back of the net again, and the Blackhawks get it over the line. Poulin racing in on the left side against Lefebvre, and Lefebvre stays right with his man. But the Blackhawks steal it. It's centered again. Weinrich was in deep. Poulin left it. And it's centered a second time. Eisebart coming close. Berg now will clear it out of the zone for Toronto. Up to center is the defenseman McCown. His long shot grabbed by Belfour. Cullen forechecking, but they got the puck by him. Roenick shot it into Toronto territory. Murphy after it. Made a good play. And Potvin made a big stop as Amati was in clear. And a bid for his third goal of the period. But a fine stop by Potvin.
Well, the Leafs have had a deplorable time in their own zone. This time, Murphy goes in and gets the puck from Potvin, puts it to Amante. He's got a 10-footer that he can't bury.
Face off deep in the Leaf zone. Rouse left it for Ellett. Ellett poked a high one out, and it went off a Leaf stick. Manderville got a stick up, and it went over the boards at the Leaf bench. So they'll bring it back inside the Maple Leaf line for this next face-off. 3-1 here. Chicago leading Toronto. Face-off to the left of Potvin. Chicago won it, but very quickly the Leafs cleared out and down the ice. Wilkinson coming back. Koshalinsky got away from him easily. Got it up over center. Dubinsky couldn't carry on that play. And Eastwood dropped it back. Lefebvre for Manderville. Manderville covered. Two Hawks on him. And Wilkinson shut up behind his own net. Now Dubinsky up to center. pass through center ice. Chance nearly got labeled, just did miss the hit. Leafs trying to get it out again. Blackhawks really alive early in the game. 3 quick goals. Toronto back with 1. Leafs changing. Nearly got caught there. Dubinsky had to roll it in, and now he's going off. 5 Leafs are on the far side as he came down the left wing. But he was on the end of a long shift. Chelios stopping the puck near center ice. Blasts it back in, and Potvin this time stopped it cleanly behind the net. Gill poked it to the corner. There's Murphy again, centering it. Turning around, shot to the corner. Murphy and Roenick in on that forechecking play, and there's going to be a face-off again in the Toronto zone to the left of Potvin.
Eddie Belfour stealing a page out of Grant Fuhr's book. Remember those great Oiler teams when you changed on the fly? Fuhr got it up to the red line. Here's the shoot-in. The Leafs are all going to the bench. Belfour sees that, quickly passes it up to Dubinsky, who gets a chance to at least gain the zone if he wanted to, as the Leaf players are coming at him from the bench.
7:14 left in the opening period. Chicago rewarded for their spirited start. Amante at 49 seconds, and again on a power play at 2:07. Then Murphy at 7:23, and on a Leaf power play, Dave Ellett at 10:15. 3-1. Toronto starting up, led by Clark. Got to the Chicago line and was bumped. Ellett has to wait. Now he shoots it in, and it's Chelios. Suter's pass to center ice. Roenick played it in on the right wing. Murphy was there to pick it up, and now Suter from the line. Shot it off the back of the net as he carried it off the boards to the right of Potvin. Suter drives one. Potvin kicked out the left pad and made that save. Clark gets it out over his own line. Gilmore bumped a bit, and Clark comes in to help him. Now Gardner for Gill. Gill getting set. Low shot. Hit Clark. He centered it. Gilmore in front of the net. Couldn't make contact. And Chicago had 3 skating in. Green drops it. Sutter shot. A fine glove save by Potvin. Good rush by Chicago. The drop pass and a good shot. Potvin. A fine save. Brent Sutter keeping the puck inside the Toronto line. Pearson gets it ahead and just out. Blackhawks do not get back onside. Cunningworth thought the play was onside. It was not.
Well, the Leafs, I know, were instructed in their own zone. Never mind the great little breakout passes, the reverses. Get the puck into the neutral zone when you get your stick on it, because you're going to find the Hawks will forecheck all 5 guys with the defenseman pinching right to the icing line.
6 minutes left in the first period. It is 3-1 Chicago. Puck is shot in over the line and offside now at the Chicago line. Kearney in for Chicago and Graham. Backhander stop, rebound. Knocked out of the air by Rouse. Comes back to the line by Mironov, rather. And here's Rouse picking it up and lifting a high one to center ice. Cunningworth went in there to hit Rouse. 5:20 left of the period. Chicago 3, Toronto 1. Pearson got the pass and then got a hit from Kearney. Mironov couldn't get by Kearney. Pearson comes back. Cunningworth chased him. Roenick is up there for checking, and the Leafs shoot it to center ice. But the Blackhawks very vigorous in the early going in this game. Here's Kearney again. High one goes in. Might get to the net. Rouse couldn't reach it. Poulin and McCown fell on the puck as Poulin tried to pass it in front to the defenseman Suter, who was coming in from the line.
Paul Stewart, who made himself clearly recognized as a referee tonight with a lot of early penalties, seems to have made his point, and now the players are behaving. This is Paul Stewart's grandfather, who in 1938 coached the Chicago Blackhawks to the Stanley Cup. And you can see by the picture, Satch and the Bowery boys were celebrating in the dressing room of the Chicago Blackhawks.
4 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the first period. Here's Poland trying to set it up again. He did. But Lefebvre got a stick on that in front of Potvin, tipped it down the ice. Chelios cleared the zone quickly. Lefebvre's pass, that will go on an open wing, and Chelios there to stop it. Ruutu with him, but Clark steals it. Gives it to Gardner. He comes in. Gardner trying to get in with a shot. He did. Blocker saved by Belfour, and Clark kept coming and robbed Belfour on the play. Gardner deep in his own zone. Down the net he goes, looking for skating room, and the Blackhawks do not want to give him any skating room. And they didn't that time. Gilmore lost it, got it back again. Chance would have been alone. Chelios just outside the line, chipped it in there. Rich Sutter coming in. Chance! Sutter! And Potvin again makes a big stop. Chance and Sutter were in. Blackhawks lead 3-1. Well, he made it 4 that time. And another fine stop by Potvin.
Well, Felix Potvin, who might have had the third goal, has made 3 big stops since to keep the Hawks at 3. And here is a good example of what I'm talking about right now. A 2-on-1. Chance gets that chance. And then the Hawks are cleared out of the way by Jamie McCown. Mike Gardner, I don't think there's any doubt about it, is a better winger than a center. He and Anderchuk, 13 shots, 2 points in games 1 and 2. You can see why you'd like to use Gardner at center. He's a great skater, but he's used to patrolling up and down the right wing. Pat Burns putting him with Gilmore and Clark tonight, and they have had a couple of the few Leaf chances.
3 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the first period. Shots are 13-10 in favor of Chicago. Zesselberg and Osborne for Toronto. Chance is on there for Chicago. He remains on. Smith, the defenseman, moving it out. There's Rick Sutter down the right wing. Coming up is Dubinsky on the play. Got in front of the net, but Sutter couldn't get the puck over to him. Still trying back there, but Zessel is in there for Toronto. To Berg. No place to go, so he shot it away to center ice. Blackhawks bring it back in. Dubinsky was foiled. Coming out, Osborne banked it on the boards for Zessel. In with the pass, score! Zessel made the play in front of the net, and Bill Berg gets Toronto very close now. It's 3-2.
Now a nice backhand pass by Zessel. The Hawks allowed Berg to go to the net without the puck. Zessel takes the little pass here from Osborne. And nobody, as you can see, takes Berg, and he goes to the net all by himself. Jeremy Roenick seemed to have him here, and he did have him now, but let him go. And he walks in and redirects Zessel's nice pass to make it 3-2.
Toronto goal is first of the playoffs, scored by number 10, Bill Berg. Assisted by number 25, Peter Zessel. Number 21, Mark Osborne at 17:02.
The line getting together for that goal. Zessel and Osborne assisting on the goal by Berg at 17:02. That makes it Chicago 3, Toronto 2. 3-0 start for Chicago. Leaf player Manderville is on the ice and hurt on that last play.
Well, it looked like an elbow, but our good replay people show us that it's a stick that comes up. It's hard gargling that tape.
So once again, Toronto on the power play. Elliott scored on a Leaf power play earlier, the first goal of the period. Now they have a chance to tie it up. And it looked like all Chicago in this first 20 minutes. 2:30 remaining in the first period. Lifted high down the ice by the goaltender. Belfort, 2:20 left in the period. Leafs come back. Elliott is stopped in there. Can't move it off the boards. Pretty good penalty killing there by Dirk Graham of Chicago. He got through a few seconds for his team. 1:20 left in the penalty. 2 minutes in the period. Leafs power play with a chance to tie it. Now Elliott fires a high one in. Gilmore is the first one on it. He goes back to the goal with Clark and Andrechuk trying to center it. The Blackhawks, Chelios can't get it out. It is Andrechuk. Tried to pass it to Gilmore in front. Kept into the corner. Gilmore again centered it, but there's Brent Sutter to pick it up. And he cleared it away to Murphy. 1:35 left in the period. Chicago's Jeremy Roenick coming in and trying to spin away from Dave Elliott. Gilmore trying to get the puck off the boards, but down goes Roenick on the puck. It'll bring the face-off outside the line, but it sure slows the Leafs for now with 42 seconds left in the Weinrich penalty.
Well, Jeremy Roenick taking a page out of Denny Savard's one-on-one tricks. Tries the spinorama play on Dave Elliott. Here comes Dave Elliott across to take him. Never looks at the puck and takes Roenick into the corner of the rink without going for that move right there. Nice play by Elliott and a rather original attempt by Jeremy Roenick.
1:24 remaining in the period. 35 seconds left and the penalty to Chicago. 3-2 is the score. Chicago leading. Toronto moving up. Gardner shoots it from center ice in Belfort. Gave it away this time and nearly cost himself a goal as he tried to shoot it down the ice. And the Leafs blocked it. 1 minute left in the period.
1 minute to play in the period.
3-2 Chicago. 10 seconds left on the power play and a long shot into the corner. Belfort out again. This time just knifed it over to the boards. Chicago will bring it out. Up to center, 3 of them. Rich Sutter is bumped. He keeps going with Suter. It is centered and Ruutu fanned on it. The penalty is over. Chicago at full strength. Pearson on the puck and coming in for Toronto and lifting a high one over the net. Another penalty called against Chicago. 30 seconds remaining in the period. They just killed off a penalty to Weinrich, and they're going to have to do it all over again as Suter gets the tripping penalty.
Well, he tried to hit Pearson, and Pearson got almost completely out of the way. You're going to see number 20 coming across right here. Tries to get him with the hip, misses with the hip, and takes his feet from underneath him for the tripping play. The bottom right of your screen will show you right there. There's the leg out. So the Leafs will get a 30-second power play before the intermission.
19:29. The time of the tripping penalty to Suter. 3-2 Chicago. Face-off in the Chicago zone. And Gilmore won it. Marinov doesn't shoot it. Clark might. Coming in. The shot. And it was blocked by Chelios. Chelios poked it down the ice, and Potvin is going to come out before Brent Sutter had a chance to move in on it. Brent Sutter after it with 15 seconds left of the period. Marinov moving out quickly. 10 seconds left. Long shot. Belfort, easy stop. Scooped it away to Sutter, and he'll end the period by shooting it down the ice to Potvin. And the siren goes, ending the first period here in Chicago with the shots even, 13 apiece. Bob Cole back with Harry Neal at the Chicago Stadium, and the Toronto Maple Leafs on the power play as we start the second period. It is 3-2 Chicago. 1:23 left in the Chicago penalty. And the Leafs start up. Marinov gets away from one check and gets over the Chicago line. Puck is nearly chopped away down the ice, but the Leafs keep it in. Here's the backhand by Andrechuk. That hit a leg, and the Leafs are on it quickly. Gardner fires a pass to Gilmore. Back to Gardner. And Brent Sutter intercepted, and Green will clear the zone. From center, he rolls it into the Toronto zone. 53 seconds left in the power play. Once again, Marinov coming to center. Shoots it in on the boards, and here's Gardner picking it up very quickly, but he couldn't control it. Stopped by Allen, his drive, comes right back to him and hit Murphy right in front of the net. Comes back to Mironov now, scores! Mironov has tied the game for the Maple Leafs on a power play to start the second period.
Well, Mironov changed his mind. He was going to shoot it, then he wanted to pass it, and then he let a bullet wrist shot go. Gardner sticks it back to Mironov. He walks in, he's going to give it to Gardner, then he changes his mind and really wires one from the top of the circle or just outside the top of the circle. Now Chicago looks like they're 2 men down because Jeremy Roenick went down the block at Dave Elliot's shot and it hit him right in the helmet and went off his helmet, so he was lying against the boards when Mironov scored.
Dave Elliott on the power play at the 1 minute mark.
1 minute on the nose. The Leafs have tied it here in the second period. Mironov from Gardner and Elliott. So it's 3-3 on that power play goal by Dmitry Mironov. So the Toronto Maple Leafs have wiped out a 3-0 Chicago lead to start the hockey game. And it looked like the Blackhawks were really on a roll, but the Leafs climbed back slowly, and now they've tied it up. Weinrich is back of his own net. Put it up to Poulin, and he's across the line to center. Poulin shot it over the Maple Leaf blue line, and Toronto will clear it again. Fave turning back from Route 2 and giving it to McCown. Up to Berg. Berg has 2 Chicago players after him. But he fights for it along the boards near the Chicago blue line. Eastwood getting his stick up. He and Kearney were pushing. Here's Rick Sutter trying to get loose. Sutter centered it. Chance's shot is high over the net. Nice play by Rich Sutter, who's in there throwing the weight around now in the Toronto zone. Here comes Sutter with another hit. Chance centered it. Puck fan the save. Sutter the backhander, and McCown blocked that shot. Sutter hits McCown. That's about 4 hits for Rick Sutter on this shift. Here he is, number 15 in the corner for Chicago. And the Toronto player falls on the puck, and Sutter wants to have a chat with McCown now. But they get him apart. Score tied 3-3 on the power play goal at the 1 minute mark of the second period by Mironov from Gardner and Elliott. From the face-off, Dave Elliott goes behind his own net, had to move it in a hurry to get it by Smith down inside the Chicago line. Blackhawks come back. Roenick ahead for Murphy, couldn't pick it up, and the Leafs slam it back in. Roenick miscued, went off his stick, then his skate right to the netminder. Belfort gave it back to him. There's Murphy taking the pass and skating up over the Leaf line. Amonte is coming up with him. And in front is Smith and off his stick. He was all alone coming in on the net. He couldn't handle the pass. Wilkinson up to the Toronto line. Here's Roenick again. His shot is deflected high over the net. The Blackhawks make changes and the Leafs get it up to center. Kochalinsky is giving chase. Brent Sutter got him. Well, here's the shot by Vanderbilt as he was belted by Amonte. That whistled high. Brent Sutter starting back out. Coming across center at the Leaf line and dropping at the shot by Chelios. That comes back in front to him and bounced over his stick. Honeyworth went in there with Chelios. And the Leafs hanging on here. Chelios again. That shot stopped by McCown. McCown and Brent Sutter in the corner. They hold it with their skates and no further play. We played 4:04 of the second period. 3-3 tie. Shots are 14 apiece so far in the hockey game. Each team has had just the one shot here in the second period. 3-3 tie. Face off deep in the Toronto zone. It gets out over the line. Kearney coming back. He's with Weinrich. Ducked in over the Leaf line again. Eisebard is chasing McCown. Ruutu is also in on the play, and the Leafs shoot it down the ice, but icing will be waved off. It hits somebody coming out. Weinrich behind the net. Here he comes. 3 Hawks with him. And it's played off the boards, intended for Yzerberg, too far, and that's an icing call. It's against Chicago.
Well, on behalf of Hockey Night in Canada, I want to wish Father Les Costello, who's now in the hospital in Timmins, a speedy recovery. Father Costello played for the Leafs in the 48-49 season. Of course, we know him as the founder of the Flying Fathers, a hockey team that's entertained Canadians from coast to coast. So, Father, we know you're watching. We hope you're back in action before long. All of us, Hockey Night in Canada, send our best to you.
The face-off coming up to the left of Ed Belfour. In the Chicago net. Chicago jumping out to a 3-0 lead. The Leafs have come back to tie here in the second period. On a power play goal by Marinov. Dirk Green coming down for Chicago. Cunneyworth with him. He took off for the net, but the pass never did come. Clark kicked it ahead. Moved up. He's with Gilmore coming up over the line. The pass goes in front. Gilmore trying to take it away from Cunneyworth, who just missed Green with a lead pass. Leafs are offside. Gartner across the line. He was not yet out when he took that pass.
Well, in a game that neither team has excelled defensively, unlike game number 2, Todd Gill and Dave Ellett played a 2-on-2 rush perfectly here. Dirk Graham and Randy Cunneyworth both taken nicely, and Gilmore back-checking. And when you're back-checking and you have nobody to take, get to the middle of the rink. Don't stay on one side. Gilmore did that, and the puck was right there for him. A good 3-way defensive play to 2 defensemen and the back-checking center.
Jeremy Roenick trying to move it up, but Gill stopped him near center. He and Clark got as far as the Chicago line. Clark is turning it back. Coming in. Wendell Clark turning back again. Now it is Gardner! And he can't get it by Belfour. Gardner on the short side, set up, but couldn't score. And Roenick is in for Chicago. Roenick shot, and it'll go into the crowd off the stick of the defenseman Ellett. And the play stopped again.
Well, the Leafs had a great chance to go ahead in this game for the first time. Mike Gartner got in alone. Tony Amani running a little interference for his line mate Roenick. Decks Doug Gilmore. Off comes the helmet. Amani's shot goes up. Here's Wendell Clark on a stop and turn play, where again Jeremy Roenick got mesmerized with the puck and let Gartner go to the net. Gartner could not get it up over a sprawling Ed Belfour.
Belfour with a stick down and covering on that short side. Making the save for Chicago and keeping the score tied at 3. We are coming up to the 6-minute mark of the second period. Face off to the right of Potvin. Chance for Chicago, Zezel for Toronto. Gauthier didn't drop the puck. And I believe Chance has been waved out. Reluctantly, he leaves. Zezel will stay in against Dubinsky. Zezel won it. But it's Rich Sutter picking it up and going around the net. Rich Sutter lost it there. Back out front with the pass. Doesn't work. And the Leafs send 3 away. Rouse tried the shot as he crossed the line. Chelios blocked that easily. Rich Sutter given a bump by Zezel. Now Zezel gave it away to Sutter. He is moving back up for Chicago, is hauled down. The crowd wanted a penalty. Zezel slamming it on the boards and hit Rich Sutter. And it's Berg for Toronto, getting it out of the zone. Again, Rich Sutter shoots it ahead. That line for Chicago is going off. Berg coming out. On center ice, he fired it in. Osborne went after it. He was checked in time, though, and Poulin shot it to center. 3-3 tie. 6.5 minutes into the second period. Chicago around the net. Kearney up on the wing. Yzerberg Lips one in wide of the net for Poulin. Ruutu going over, but the Leafs break it up. Clark missed the pass. It'll be taken by Cullen, though, and he backhands it in. Pearson, Clark, and Cullen now for Toronto. It is Clark from the corner, trying to work it away from Weinrich. He does, and then he got caught by the Chicago defenseman. Clark again in the corner. Gave it to Cullen. Can't move to the net. Weinrich stopped him. Yzerman to center ice for Chicago. Poulin on the play. Tried to replay it back to Yzerman. He had to turn to the boards with it, giving Lefebvre lots of time. Brent Sutter moving up and shot it back to the net. Here's Gilmore. Out in front of his own goal. He had to move it quickly. Two players were in checking him. Potvin giving up the big rebound, but the Leafs were there. They don't clear it. Brent Sutter got it back. Dirk Graham is knocked down, and again the crowd wanted a penalty. 3-3 is the score. We are coming up to the 8-minute mark of the second period. Wendell Clark couldn't get by Chelios. He shot it inside the Leaf line. Now Gilmore. Clark is on the move. Gilmore couldn't move the puck. Honeyworth is turning at the Chicago line. Here's Chelios. He'll just shoot it in. Gilmore got back around the net and looking to come out with it. Lead pass to Gartner. Coming in on goal. And Belfour made a great save. Came sliding out to stop Gartner. And then smothered it before any Leaf could get a chance on the rebound. 13th save of the game for Ed Belfour, and that was a biggie.
A lovely pass from Gilmore and a great pass reception to stay onside. Now Gardner puts that right leg out, takes a stick off the puck, but can't get it past Belfour.
Puck is into the crowd again as they get the face-off inside the Chicago line, and the shot was deflected high over Ed Belfour and into the big crowd here at this Chicago Stadium.
Former Leaf Bob Pulford. In the background there, Dwayne Sutter to his left and Phil Meir to his right. Dwayne Sutter coached the Indianapolis farm team for the Hawks, and Phil Meir is the goaltending consultant for the Chicago Blackhawks.
Toronto's Dave Ella takes a hit from Graham, but it shot the puck in. The Blackhawks move it out. They want to get Chelios going. And he shoots one from center ice. Graham hustling in the puck again over the glass into the crowd. 11:27 left in the second period.
Well, Doug Gilmore really far more effective this period. Well, he's got a tough assignment here. Sutter gets the matchup he wants against Gilmore. Most of the time, I think Daryl Sutter wants to see Chelios and Suter against him. I think he's far more interested in getting that matchup than any forward matchup against him. But he does like to play Roenick against him. And that's who's out there now. So Gilmore getting attention from every Hawk.
Leafs win the draw, but cannot move it by Chelios. Chelios worked into the corner. Now back to the net, trying to poke it loose for Roenick. Gilmore was watching him, and he fell on the puck. So another face-off in the Leaf zone. 3-3 here in Chicago. The Leafs coming from behind as Chicago had a 3-0 lead. They got the tying goal on a power play here in the second at the 1-minute mark from Dmitry Mironov. 3-3.
Well, Tony Amonte is one of the many new players for the Hawks. There are only 5 Chicago Blackhawks in the lineup tonight remaining from the 1992 Cup Finals. Roenick, Graham, Belfour, Chelios, and Brent Sutter. So they have undergone in a fairly short period of time almost a complete change.
Face off to the right of Potvin again. Jerry Gauthier, the linesman, ready to drop it in. Roenick ripping it back to the line. Chicago trying to get a shot on goal. It's a long one and doesn't get through. Osborne dumped it down the ice. Icing waved off. Belfour knew that. He was out to play it. Here's Roenick. Up over the leaf line and dropping it back to Murphy into Roenick. That did not work. A good play by Lefebvre to intercept the pass. Cecil moving up on it. Kearney back with Weinrich. The two defensemen lay it back to the net. Carney's long pass hitting Murphy near center. Berg fell trying to check him. And it's slammed in by McCown. During the halfway mark of the second period. Here's Murphy with Roenick. Good move away from Clark, who got a piece of him, slowed him up enough, allowing the Leafs to pick it up, and Clark trying to get in. He might get a shot. There it is. And he whistled it by Belfour, but missed the net. Pearson checked by Murphy. Chicago get it up, and Chance is moving over center. Chance up over the line, trying to go for the net, and Cullen got back. Again, Pearson just missing the loose puck at center ice. Clark once more with Pearson. The pass behind Pearson. He was going in. Chance and Rich Sutter come in. Rich Sutter faked the shot, carried in back of the net, tried to one-hand it out front. That was blocked by Potvin, and a goalie will hold it there.
Well, there's the Leaf brass in the press box here in Chicago. Murphy, Fletcher, Waters, and Sittler. And there is the press box, the only one in the National League that's located on the end of the rink.
And the face-off to the right of Potvin, deep in the Leaf zone, going to Toronto. Vanderbilt from Ellett up to center ice, and he's going in with a long shot. Missed the net. Krushelnyski tucked it in front, but the Leafs can't keep it in. Ellett waits, shoots it back in. Krushelnyski stopped it with a skate, flipped it ahead. Vanderbilt in the corner takes a bump, and Eastwood comes in to dig it out. Eastwood around the net, tried to slide it out front. Chelios stopped him. It's out there again, and Belfour jumps down on it.
Don't tempt me. Don't.
Well, you heard Paul Stewart say, "Don't tempt me," meaning break it up or I'm going to give you a penalty. Vanderbilt. Here is a good example of defensive zone coverage. You see each Hawk has chosen a Leaf. Chelios lays off to make sure he's got his man. A nice job by Suter in front, and look at Ruutu chasing the Leaf third Leaf forward all over the place. And finally, Belfour freezes the puck. Excellent defensive zone coverage. The Leafs were in control of the puck, but they never got it into a scoring position without a Hawk on them.
Brent Sutter coming on, his brother getting the last change. He sends 5 new ones on. Cunningworth to his right. There's Weinrich, the defenseman, going around the net. Kirk Graham is the other forward, and Carney the other defenseman. Graham shoots it in. Todd Gill over there for the Maple Leafs, trying to poke it away, and it's Eastwood coming out. Up to Andrechuk, going over the line. The Leafs were changing, and the Blackhawks get it back out into the center ice area. Ellett now has to come all the way back. Around the net, high on the glass, it goes down the ice. Gardner trying to catch up. The goalie out again. Belfour pushed it away from him. 3-3 tie with Gardner coming in. Gardner and Andrechuk get crossed up, and the Chicago Blackhawks clear it down the ice. 8:15 remaining, second period. Chicago jumping out front, 3-0. Really took off from the starting gate. The Leafs got 2 to get close and tied it here in the second. Mironov at the 1-minute mark. Chicago's Chelios forced to go back. Gardner is in there, hounding him. Andrechuk coming in, and here's McCown stopping it just inside the line. Digging it out. A pass by Zezel missed Gardner. He was decked. And the Leafs shoot it in. Suter had nailed Zezel. He's back in there for checking for the Leafs. Berg knocked one down at center and shot it in. 7:30 left in the period. It is Chicago having a tough time with the Leafs forechecking now. Roenick takes the pass, and Amandi takes the shot. What a glove save by Potvin. Did he ever make that look easy? It wasn't. It was a bullet shot and a fine glove save by Potvin of Toronto. Potvin sharp again here for the Maple Leafs, snaring that one.
Well, this has been a real easy period with reference to the number of shots. 3-3 after a 13-shot apiece first period. But that was a fine stop, and Amante, I'm sure, was ready to throw his hands up in the air. Potvin threw his hand up and prevented the goal.
Amonte already has 2 goals in a game, scored in the first period for Chicago. He's had several good chances since scoring those 2 goals. That one snuffed out by Potvin. Rick Sutter, he's very active in the second period for Chicago. In back of the net. Finally losing it, and Clark gets rid of it, but not out. Weinrich finally lost it to Mironov, and out it goes. Clark will stop this one. Poke it ahead, takes a hit as he does. Weinrich fading back. Here's Pearson. Played it in for Clark. Clark against Weinrich, took Clark in on the boards in the corner. Puck comes loose. Clark after it. But he's caught from behind, and the Blackhawks bring it out. The pass intercepted by Mironov. He's moving up there. Takes a shot. It hit the leg of Weinrich. Clark turning around inside the line. Put it in wide of the net, and Belfour will stop the play with the Leafs skating around inside that blue line pretty well. 6 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the second period at the Chicago Stadium in Game 3. The Leafs up in the series 2-0. Winning 5-1 and 1-0 in overtime on Wednesday on the goal by Todd Gill. 3-3 now. Chicago thinking blowout early in the game when they scored quickly. 3 goals before the 8-minute mark of the first period. Leafs got 2 back and then tied it here in the third. Now Cullen, he's not in control of the puck as he crossed the line ahead of it. And that, of course, is offside. 6:06 to go in the second period. And here come the Chicago Blackhawks. Murphy down the right side with the Suter right behind him. Amonte moving up. It gets in front of the net, and Andrechuk was there to pick it up and get it ahead to Gartner. He's speeding in with a shot. Nice save by Belfour, and Ed Belfour continues to slow the play every chance he gets by diving on the rebound as it came off the boards behind him.
Mike Gartner probably has had the most excellent chances of any Leaf. He's on the wing tonight and looks a lot more comfortable. Let's a 42-footer go right here that Belfour gets a piece of, and Suter takes Mr. Gartner out of the play.
What a great skater he is, though, breaking away. Hard to catch him. Turned on the Jets that time and got in for a shot. Three tie. 5:45 remaining in the second period rather. Carney turning back, coming out. Pass through center. Brent Sutter backhands it in for Graham. But the Town got back there quickly, and Gartner slapped at it, doesn't get out. Graham again, centered it. Brent Sutter had it go off his stick, and Gilmore finally shoots it out. It hit the linesman over there. Might have been an icing call. Hit the official and allowed the Blackhawks to get it back inside the Leaf line. Lefebvre and Cunneyworth bumped together. And here now is Andrechuk coming out, getting set, shoots. Deflected and just missed the far corner. Gardner hopping on it quickly to keep it in. Gilmore behind the net. Andrechuk was out front, but Carney had him covered. Now Andrechuk in the corner against Weinrich. Gardner and Sutter. And no further play with 4:51 left in the period. Period number 2. Andrechuk and Weinrich having a few words. We are tied at 3.
One thing Paul Stewart does well is blow whistles quick when it's in the feet of the players on the board. Some referees let it go and let it go. Then you have the frustration level start, and penalties often occur. Stewart sees it. When he thinks it's frozen, he gives it a quicker whistle than most. I think the players appreciate that. Big hit right here, Randy Cunneyworth. Whoa, from Sylvain Lefebvre. You don't have to go down to feel a good body check, and I guarantee you, as tough as he is, Cunneyworth felt that from his ankles to his ears.
Shots remain fairly even. 17 by Toronto, 16 by Chicago. So 4-3 in this period for the Leafs. They have the only goal so far. The 1 minute mark. Mironov tying the game. Pearson turning inside the blue line was bumped. Suter hit him. Murphy brings it up to the Toronto line with Amonte and Roenick. The pass right under the stick of Clark. He dumped it back. And Rouse played it up the center, and there again is Roenick with Belfour way out. Roenick now coming in. He played it up to Roenick quickly. Roenick turned, but the Leafs got back. Toronto picking it up and coming out. Hill gets to center ice. Gets it over the line with Clark. Hill couldn't set him up. Roenick kept at it. Roenick put it ahead. Amonte scores! Hot night tonight for Amonte, and the Hats will come on the ice here at the Chicago Stadium. That's 3 for him, and it gives Chicago a 4-3 lead, and will be a while.
Todd Gill does not get the puck deep, and then he can't get back. He's trying hard to get back here. Amonte gets it to the top of the circle and wires it for the hat trick to put the Hawks up 4-3. You have to get the puck deep when you're a defenseman and you're stopped on the rush. Todd Gill didn't. Felix Potvin pays the price.
The hockey crowd here at the Chicago Stadium have been and still are one of the best crowds in the National Hockey League for this great game of ours. And you think they're not into this thing? The hats and the caps and the posters and whatever are coming out onto the ice now here in the Chicago Stadium, and they're still pouring them down from the upper levels. This noisy crowd at the whole Chicago Stadium are all standing now and cheering as Amonte scores his first, second, and third goals of the playoffs. All here tonight. He got 2 in the first period and now explodes with 1 hard shot here in the second to give the Blackhawks a 4-3 lead.
Tony Amonte had scored but 1 goal in 9 previous games since being acquired at the trading deadline from the New York Rangers. He gets 3 tonight, and an eruption here at the Chicago Stadium of hats and posters has delayed this game. These hats will all be on sale in 15 minutes at the souvenir booths around the Chicago Stadium. And you can see this could be the last poster night here. I'm sure the Hawk players would tell you they'd rather not sit around and do nothing after they get the 4-3 goal. They'd like to get right back in the game and take advantage of the momentum that goal created. They're not going to be able to do that because they're picking up the posters and they're picking up the hats. And it's going to be a 5-minute delay.
Roenick gets the assist, and what a perfect setup it was. Roenick coming out of his own zone. He saw Amonte taking off and put it right on the tape. And of course, he cut in from the left and drilled the shot.
Now Todd Gill leads a dangerous rush, but now he's lost. And instead of dumping it in the corner beyond Chelios and Roenick, he lobs it to the side of the rink. And then he's got too far to come back to get involved in stopping Amonte from getting that hard shot away. And it was a doozer of a shot.
Yes, it was. His 3rd of the game. And the time of the goal, 15:58. With Toronto spotting Chicago a 3-0 lead early in the hockey game back in the first. They crept back and got within 1 and then tied the game at the 1-minute mark here in the second period as Mironov scored a bullet of his own on a Leaf power play. But now Amonte. It's 4-3 Chicago.
Well, the Chicago Stadium has been a Windy City thread that has touched generations of Chicago families. Grandparents came here to see Sonia Henne skate. Parents wandered into the Chicago Stadium to hear Elvis. And last week, Bob, the teenagers flocked to the Chicago Stadium to hear Pearl Jam.
And wouldn't you love to have been here to see Joel Lewis defend a few title fights right here in the Chicago Stadium? 4-3 Chicago with 3:54 remaining in the second period. The Chicago Blackhawks alive now on that Amonte goal, his third of the game. Sutter is in there digging it out for Chelios to drive. That's off Andrechuk, and it went wide of the net. Gilmore shot it off the boards behind the goal. Gloved out over the line to center ice. 3:30 left in the period. Chicago in front again. Puck shot from center. Graham coming back, hit the side of the net, but that one is loose. And Andrechuk picked it up in front of the goal, and again the Leafs just dump it away. Chelios back. Honeyworth played it out as far as the line. Roenick through the middle. Suter nearly got in. Stopped at the nick of time by Lefebvre. Split the defense and nearly walked in on Potvin. 2:50 left. Gilmore played it to center ice. Suter picked it up again. Here's Murphy centering it. Amonte was in again. And but for the great save by Potvin. Well, Amonte is really flying tonight, and that time he burst out of nowhere and made the deflection in front of the net. Potvin played it well.
Well, it was a big stop, but Amonte showed a great burst of speed as he roars past. Very coming up the middle here. Goes by Andrechuk, goes by Gardner, goes right past Gilmore, and gets a chance to make it 5-3. Potvin with a big stop.
Chicago 4, Toronto 3. The Blackhawks going ahead again here in the second period. Amonte scoring at 15:58. Now what a big night for Tony Amonte as he's really flying. Nearly got another one right there. Rick Sutter trying a quick shot after the face-off. Toronto back on its heels now. Dangerous looking pass, skipped by Shantz. Got to Osborne at center, and he moved up over the line and had to back off again. Leafs on side for Berg's shot. Easy save for Belfour. Weinrich, the defenseman, stepping up to the line. Pass ahead to Shantz. It got by him for Dubinsky, who ran into McCown. Rich Sutter can't play it. That's offside at the Toronto blue line with 2 minutes and 1 second left in the second period.
Well, one of the more industrious Chicago Blackhawks, Richie Sutter. You wonder if he's ever going to score, but he's a tough customer along the boards and has done some very aggressive, effective forechecking tonight for the Hawks. They forecheck so much better in this rink. You wonder whether it's the fact it's not as long as most of the rinks in the National League, or whether it's just that home cooking that Chicago seems to enjoy.
Faceoff will come outside the line on the Chicago offside play. Weinrich will have to hurry. Eastwood was grabbed by Murphy. Couldn't get on the puck. Vanderbilt now has to skate back on side, and the four Leafs turn to come in for checking Chicago. But the Blackhawks get it out. Dave Ellett. Murphy after him. And again Ellett. He'll bring it out over the line, and by Roenick across center and backhands the puck in. Belfour to play it. Put it high on the glass again. Leafs knock it down this time. Vanderbilt took a swing at it. Popped over his stick, and Amonte scooped it away. Down to center. Played in by Murphy. And Bob Rouse will come back with the Blackhawks changing. That is Rouse behind his own net. To Ellett, up to Vanderbilt. He couldn't knock it down, and it goes all the way down the ice. They're going to call that icing and bring it back inside the Leaf line with 1 minute and 3 seconds left in the period.
Well, we talked about the rink often. We always do when we come here. It is a unique building. The organ that we love so much. The players' entrance gate is 3.5. I don't know why it isn't 4 or 5. The dressing rooms are in the basement of this rink. 19 stairs to come up from the visitors' room. 22 from the home room. The rink must have settled. And of course, no private boxes, Bob. And there's the stairs we're talking about heading down. And more than one player has stumbled at the top of those stairs and rolled to the bottom.
1 minute to play in the period.
4-3 Chicago. Toronto moving up on the rush. That was Cullen going in, trying to hit his man. He missed him. Mironov moving the puck up to center, and he got a bump there from Graham. Graham coming in, hits his shot. Potvin juggled it, got loose again. And the play has been called. The referee feeling that Potvin still had it, but he did not. He had sounded the whistle with 35 seconds left.
Felix Potvin kept the Leafs alive when it was 3-0 for 7 or 8 minutes till they got going. And his job again is don't give Chicago that 5th goal. Chelios takes a stick from John Cullen right here. Accidental. Chelios obviously felt it. No penalty on at all.
Face off to the left of Felix Potvin. Chicago 4, Toronto 3. Second period winding down. The Leafs win the draw. That was Gilmour taking it away from Roenick. And Lefebvre skated out as far as his own line and just poked it ahead. Gilmour steals it. The Leafs were offside. Clark had gone inside the line and couldn't get out in time. 23 seconds remaining.
One thing the short ice here does, all the ice is taken out of the neutral zone. You see more offsides in this building than you do in the regulation size rinks, and you often see more icings as the missed pass heads the length of the rink. It's a 2-stride trip for good skaters from the blue line to the red line instead of a 3-strider.
Roenick trying to get away for Chicago. Murphy there with him. Mironov was knocked down by Roenick. 10 seconds left in the period. Chelios steals it. He's coming in. Sharp angle. Now the shot deflected in front. Potvin down. Amati trying to jam it in. And the siren ends this melee in front of the Toronto goal as the Blackhawks come close to getting a 2-goal lead.
Well, the Leafs have their work cut out for them. They looked in deep trouble halfway through the first period, and they're down by 1 heading to the third. Anybody's hockey game.
Bob Cole and Harry Neal in the booth at the Chicago Stadium. And the third period about to start with the Blackhawks leading 4-3. Sylvain Lefebvre comes up with the first shot and a big rebound. But no backhander on the net by Wendell. Here's a shot. Another shot by McCall. Belfour goes down scrambling, and he makes a sensational save.
Well, there are few goalies any more acrobatic than Belfour, and he shows us some real gymnastics to keep the score at 4-3 Chicago on that stop.
What a great piece of work by Ed Belfour. And the crowd applauds the work of Belfour to start this third period. Face off to the right of the Chicago net now. We welcome you people who have watched the Canadians win their game at the Forum. I'm Bob Cole with Harry Neal, Ron McLean, and Don Cherry at the Chicago Stadium. It is 4-3 Chicago. The team's now at full strength here to start the third period. We are 30 seconds in. And it's centering one through the crease. Clark coming back for Toronto. Leaving it for Gardner, and a long shot ripped right on, and Belfour is hot to start this third period. The shots at this point in the hockey game. 21 by Toronto and 19 by Chicago. The Blackhawks jumped out to a 3-0 lead early in the hockey game. Amati had 2 and Murphy 1. And then Ellenberg got it close. Mironov on a power play early in the second at the 1-minute mark, and Amati his third of the game at 15:58.
Here's the stop Belfour makes early, the first shift. and it was a great one. You got to remember this on long shots. Belfort plays about 10 feet, 8 to 10 feet outside the top of the crease. So a shot from the blue line is not a 50-foot shot, it's about a 40-foot shot.
Roenick for Chicago. Zezel for Toronto. Zezel is taking his time, lining up to the right of it. Belfort. 4-3 Blackhawks. Leafs leading the series 2-0, and here's a chance for Rouse. Shot right on. Big rebound though, and the Blackhawks were on it. Murphy gets it up to center ice, and turning it back is Zezel. Another long shot, and Belfort kicked up the right pad. And he's out to jump on it with Bill Berg coming in along with Osborne, and he stops the play again.
Well, one of the scouting reports on Belfort is take all kinds of shots from everywhere, but keep them low, because he does give some fat rebounds. But the player that is on the rush but doesn't shoot has to make his mind up to go to the net in a hurry to anticipate the rebound. If he waits too long, he can't get there in time.
Chicago trying to get back into the series before it's too late. Game 4 is here at the Chicago Stadium tomorrow night. 4-3 Blackhawks right now. Rouse misses one at the blue line. Ruta went up there. Berg went flying, tripped over his own man. Rouse dumped one to center ice. Weinrich fed it ahead. Down comes Amati. Scores! That's number 4 for Tony Amati. And the Blackhawks take a 2-goal lead here in the third period. What a night for Amati of Chicago.
Well, it was a 2-on-1. Tony Amati, who's got the hot stick tonight, elects to shoot it, not pass it. As you can see, Dave Ellett steps up to hit Roenick. The puck goes right through and through the legs of Potvin as Bob Rouse was playing to intercept the pass. There was no pass, and Amati gets his 4th of the night. And the Chicago Blackhawk fans have thrown most of their hats on the ice. They're back to the posters.
Amati's 4th of the hockey game, giving Chicago a 5-3 lead. Roenick and Weinrich getting the assists at 1:31. The crowd standing and applauding the effort of Tony Amati. Boy, he's got Potvin's number tonight.
Well, Potvin got a bit of that shot, but he couldn't handle the whole thing. You have to remember now, on a 2-on-1 break, the goalie has to be thinking about the pass. I know he has to play the shot, but he has to be thinking about the pass. I don't know whether Potvin was thinking about it, but the shot was hard enough to go through him. Pat Burns' team had 2 wonderful chances to tie it up here in the first minute of the third period, and on Chicago's only shot of the period, they put it in, and this building again is in a bit of an uproar.
Well, they're in a great mood. They come out here tonight in full numbers at this old Chicago Stadium. And Mr. Sutter had his hands full getting his team up for the game. Let's face it, they gave it a great effort in Game 2 after being blown out 5-1 by Toronto in the opener of this quarterfinal of the Western Conference. And then that great game in Chicago on Wednesday. Scoreless through 60 minutes, and the top overtime goal early in overtime. And now tonight, can the Hawks come out and do something with these Maple Leafs? They did that in spades by getting 3 goals before the 8-minute mark of the period. And the crowd was happy then, and you can see they are happy now, leading 5-3.
Jimmy Durante? He played here at the Chicago Stadium too.
Everybody,
entertainers, athletes, NFL football game, political conventions. It's going to be a sad day when they close the gates for the last time. Tony Amati played high school hockey with Jeremy Roenick.
$8.
20.
You got a bargain.
$25.
5.
There's the Chief Hawk right there.
Well, the goal coming at 1:31 of the third period gives Chicago some breathing room. The Leafs down 3-0, came back, got within 2 before the first period was out, and then tied it on a power play goal by Mironov at the 1-minute mark of the second. 2 more by Amonte. 15:58 of the second, and Tony was back again here at 1:31 of the third period.
Tony Amonte gets 4 goals in a playoff game. Denny Savard did that April the 10th, 86 against Toronto, and Toronto beat him 6-4. Score 5-3. 4 goals by Amonte. And this place is rocking, and the Leafs, who were down 3-0 and made a gallant comeback to tie it up, are in a hole again.
And now finally we're ready for the face-off at center on that goal by Amonte. Cullen against Chance. Cullen won it. Mironov moved through center. Stopped by Rick Sutter, who shot it in. Wide of the net. Chance is getting chased on Mironov. And he lifted one a bit too high, trying to get it out and went into the crowd. Chance ran into Mironov, and he fell to the ice, drawing the crowd. Maybe a penalty. Mironov is saying, what for? And Paul Stewart is saying, elbowing.
Well, it was after the whistle, Bob. The Chicago player got knocked down after the whistle. Jeff Shantz, the Regina Pat graduate. He's been a feisty guy tonight. So the whistle's gone because the puck's out of the rink now. And there is the elbow by Mironov, and he'll take 2 minutes at a time when the Leafs have don't need one. Well, if you've watched all the games in this series, you'll surely remember this stop. Game 2, Maple Leaf Gardens. Potvin looks like he's out of position and dives across to make a catch on a Paul Yzerberg shot. And here in Game 3, Eddie Belfour is going to dive to his right to make a save to keep it at 3-3, and now it's 5.
Suter gets set from the blue line, a shot and a big rebound again, but grabbed by Zezel. Zezel fires it down the ice, right on the net. Belfour played it up for Chelios. Down to center, and Roenick coming in. Roenick stops, he was hit. And Berg got a chance to move it out, but couldn't beat Suter. Chelios getting set. Roenick, that's off the crossbar. As Roenick comes close, taking a one-timer to the right of Potvin. Minute 24 left in the penalty. Mironov of the Leafs is off.
Well, that's one of Chicago's favorite power play plays. The cross-ice pass from Chelios to Roenick, who's playing on his wrong wing, and he one-times it, and it goes off the crossbar and out of the rink. Potvin comes across. Jeremy Roenick's line, Murphy, Roenick, Amonte, have been in charge tonight offensively. They were very silent in games 1 and 2 in Toronto.
2 minutes and 21 seconds into the third period. The Chicago Blackhawks have taken a 2-goal lead again. They had enjoyed a 3-goal lead early in the hockey game. The Leafs were back to tie it. We're never ahead in the game. 5-3 now. Chicago. They try to scramble back into the series. Down 2-0. Oh, Potvin had to be careful with that one. It was deflected. Going to his right, and he was moving the other way. Puck back to center ice. Chelios stopping. Ruutu tries to bring it in. He fell down, grabbed the puck. The Leafs get on it. Gilmore backs it up around his own net. 50 seconds left in the penalty. Belfour starting the Blackhawks back. Eisenbart poked it up for Roenick. He made a good move on Lefebvre. Lefebvre caught him and hit him back there. Eisenbart went in to help. Left it for Poulin, and it's the Leafs getting it out into center ice. 30 seconds left of the penalty to Mironov. There's Amachi, and the crowd are on him again. He's got 4 goals in this Stanley Cup playoff game. Up goes Suter. Pass down to right boards, Murphy. Lefebvre takes the puck and ripped it through the opening down the ice. Vanderbilt is forechecking now. So Belfour had to be careful. Here comes Amati. The crowd roars. He's in back of the net trying to slip it out front. But Elliott stopped him this time. And now the penalty has been served. The Leafs back at full strength at the 4-minute mark of the third period. 5-3 Chicago. And they go in offside at the Chicago blue line. And the face-off comes at center ice. Brent Sutter shot the puck ahead as he won the draw. Suter backed that up to Chelios to Suter. Blackhawks in charge now, leading by 2. Long shot for Potvin. Easily, but the Blackhawks are in there quickly. Here's Chelios. That's knocked down. A big rebound right back to Chelios. Another shot. Potvin the save. Loose puck. Sutter can't find it. It hit Potvin, went back of the net. The whistle had gone. Big crowd gathering as Potvin had made a couple of saves. Chelios had a couple chances. Pretty good ones, too.
Well, there's lots of Sutters around. There's Daryl, the coach. We know. And there's Ron Sutter of the Quebec Nordique, formerly St. Louis, in to watch the game. There's Dwayne Sutter in the white shirt up there with Mr. Pulford. He coached Indianapolis. Brent Sutter, of course, has been a dominant force. And Rich Sutter has had one of his better games. Brian couldn't make it. He was busy at the Forum tonight in Montreal.
Todd Gill trying to clear his own zone. He got it up to center. The Leafs get in there, but Gilmore lost his stick and he'll draw a penalty. Gilmore was almost in there on a 2-on-1 Toronto break, but the stick was grabbed out of his hands, and Chelios was the man who did it, and he'll go off.
Chelios is pleading that it was accidental, but it did. He did get caught standing still, and he really did get the stick hooked under his arm. And Gilmore, who probably would have got the puck to somebody in a dangerous position, had to travel over the blue line without the stick. So the Leafs get a power play here. They're down 5-3. 4 minutes and 43 seconds into the third period.
And the face-off will be inside the Chicago line. Chelios still boiling in the bench. Pat Burns knows now that Toronto must grab one on this power play. As they near the 5-minute mark of the third, and Chicago in control, leading by 2. Well, here's the face-off, and it's going to be Suter who fails to clear it. Sutter got there and couldn't beat Alec. Finally, they get it out to center ice. Gilmore trying to find room along the board. Squeezed out of that play. Belfour stopped it. So did Andrechuk. The Suter failed to clear it. Andrechuk shot! And Belfour has it. Gilmore was open behind him. Belfour was out a foot or two and stopped that and held it.
Well, Gartner's got great speed, as we mentioned, and he gets in there in a hurry to force Suter to shoot it around the boards. Andrechuk keeps it alive. Gartner tips it to him, and Andrechuk takes a bad angle shot that's quickly smothered. You're going to see Doug Gilmore to the right of Belfour, just waiting to pounce on that loose puck. There's the stick. Belfour grabs it.
Now Gilmore on the face-off with Ruutu, and Ruutu wins it from him. Suter takes it behind the net and lost it out front. They jam away at it. Here's Gilmore. Gets set, gets the shot, but everybody got in front of him. as he had to wait. And now Ellett drives one. That's grabbed, but a big rebound again. And Ruutu lifted the puck too high. And it gets into the crowd as the Toronto Maple Leafs are pressing the Chicago Blackhawks now. A minute 21 left in the Chelios penalty.
The Leafs have scored 2 on the power play tonight. Dave Ellett gets a good point shot. A little high perhaps, and you can see Suter throwing Gartner out of the way and Weinrich not allowing Anderchuk to get in the line of the shot. 2 good plays by the Chicago defenseman. We all know what Anderchuk can do if he can get himself in front of the net.
The Blackhawks, their best defenseman in the penalty box, Chris Chelios. 14:38 remaining in the third period. A 5-3 hockey game as the Blackhawks try to get back in the series. The Leafs winning the first 2 at Maple Leaf Gardens. Here, game 3, tomorrow, game 4 at the Chicago Stadium. Back to the net, Weinrich couldn't get it by Ellett. He's been blocking a lot. Kept the puck in. Andrechuk going after it at the far side, and there's Andrechuk again with Gilmore. To the line, coming up, Gilmore takes the pass, goes back to the net trying to center it. Gilmore and Andrechuk. Andrechuk didn't see it, so Ellett decides to pinch in. Back of the net, Gilmore again. To Ellett, takes a shot. That's blocked. Blackhawks hanging on, and they shoot it down the ice. 40 seconds left in the penalty to Chelios. Blackhawks 5, Maple Leafs 3. Once again, Andrechuk brings it up himself this time, gets over the line, lost it, kept in there, Kearney couldn't clear it out. Gilmore slapped it in front of the net. Here's a chance. Andrechuk can't get it. He was all around himself and couldn't find it. Andrechuk again, trying to jam it in and failed. Now Ellett drives one, scores! Dave Ellett, terrific pressure by the Maple Leafs on this power play. And Ellett's shot somehow found its way through. And the Leafs are back in this one, 5-4.
Well, some tremendous opportunities here. One by Anderchuk. And Chicago's in a state of panic. The puck goes to Ellett. He shoots it. It deflected off somebody. It may have hit Wendell Clark. They had 3 great chances before the puck went out to the point. And here comes Clark. He's in front of the net. The point shot.
Assisted by number 14, Dave Andrechuk. Number 93, Doug Gilmore.
Nice play by Andrechuk there. He knew all the Hawks were in. I don't know whether it hit Clark or not, but they gave it to Ellett initially. 13:25 to go in the third period. Chicago 5, Toronto 4.
Big goal by the Maple Leafs on that power play. And they go on the attack again. Out front was Osborne. A pass doesn't get out to him and hit the back of the net. Zessel trying to poke it loose. 2 Blackhawks are there trying to hang on. Belfour holds the post. And the play is whistled in. Berg and Zessel fighting to get the puck out. And the 2 Blackhawk defenders made sure it stayed on the net with the help of Ed Belfour. He was just hugging the post and made sure it didn't squeeze in somehow on the short side. 5-4 your score here in the third period. At the 7-minute mark. Chicago leads. And the Blackhawks move up. Dirk Graham from center ice fell but shot it in there. Here's Suter getting set. Doesn't shoot it. Chelios takes it and drives one. That's blocked. Chelios again. Tried to feed it over for Graham. It went by him. Chelios left the spot open, so the puck came out. Now the Blackhawks have to get back on side, allowing the Leafs some time to form. And they do that from back of the net. Pass hitting Cullen, but he couldn't hold it long enough to move it in. And the Blackhawks want to make changes. Coming up to the 8-minute mark of the third. A 1-goal game again now, as Ellett has scored for the Maple Leafs from Andrechuk and Gilmore at 6:35. Here's Clark stealing one, centering it, and the Blackhawks intercept, and the man of the hour is Amonte. Got to center, was upended by Mironov as he tried to fool the Leaf defenseman. Toronto dumping it down the ice. Back is Carney. The Leafs take it away from him. In the corner and fighting to get it out is Pearson. Got along the boards. Deep for Clark again. Getting away from Weinrich, but now Weinrich caught him and held him. And Roenick fired one, but Elliott stopped it again. Gilmore with Clark. Gilmore coming out front. It was centered. Pearson was covered in the goal crease area. Long shot that Potvin blocked. Murphy driving it before he hit the blue line. 11:20 remaining in the third period. Chicago looked to be in control, but it's scary again for the Blackhawks as Toronto has come back. Chelios low shot, tipped wide at the Toronto net. Ruutu back in the goal, trying to come out. There's going to be a Toronto penalty to Andreychuk, I believe. Out at center ice. The Chicago player dumped, and Andreychuk was the only Leaf there. And Belfour had left the net. Another penalty for holding the stick, detected by referee Stewart. Andreychuk of the Maple Leafs.
Well, he goes out to take Chelios. Chelios shoots the puck. Andreychuk finishes off right into him. And the sticks were up. Andreychuk grabbed Chelios' stick, which you can see he's got a little cut on his lower lip from the stick, Chris Chelios.
Big power play now for Chicago. Chelios will start it off with a shot. It's knocked down by Lefebvre and it dribbled in to Potvin. He stopped the play. Killed 5 seconds of the power play. Blackhawks lead 5-4. We are nearing the halfway mark of the third period.
The Hawks have also got power play success tonight. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that they practiced it for 40 minutes yesterday. And it looks like it's paid off because it was not very productive in either game in Toronto, obviously.
Nothing was there.
Tony Amonte, 4 goals. He, Roenick, and Murphy, the big line, had been held pointless and were a combined -5 in the first 2 games. Not tonight here in Chicago.
5-4, Chicago leads it. Game 3. Here's Chelios. Pass to the right to Murphy, sliding it into the corner and back to Chelios at the blue line with Suter. Suter back to Chelios. The other side now. Murphy's drive and Potvin, decent save on that screen shot. Picking it up and shooting it down the ice was Berg. 1:35 left in the penalty. Chicago looking to take a 2-goal lead again. They're up by 1 as Suter brings it in. For Murphy, coming in, shot point blank range, and Potvin made a big save on that. Here's Amonte, the 4-goal man in this hockey game, leaving it on the boards. Berg fell, trying to pick it up and get it out. Roenick waits. Roenick back to Chelios. Take the shot. Chelios moving along the line and giving it to Murphy, and he'll come in. Went off balance. Now he's ready. But Chelios will take the drive. Tipped wide of the net by Amonte. Here's Chelios again in there. Right close is Amonte, and Potvin will make sure that he doesn't get his stick on this one. And he smothers it again with 50 seconds left in the penalty to Andreychuk of the Maple Leafs.
Tony Amonte's had 9 shots on goal tonight with 9 minutes, 49 seconds left in the third period. He had 1 excellent shot on that power play. He had a tip-in on the power play, but he could not beat Felix Potvin. Number 10, Amonte, the hottest stick in the Midwest, and gets a rebound that he can't handle there. And he's had 3 or 4 chances to make it 5 tonight.
He's off now. Yzerberg with Ruutu and Poulin on for Chicago. Chelios and Suter. A lot of ice time again tonight. Nice play by Chelios to keep it inside the line. Pass to the side of the net. Yzerberg left it back at the goal for Ruutu. Elliott is after him. There goes Poulin from the far side, looking back to the line. Now he has to stop. Finally he turns. Rolled into the side of the net. Yzerberg on the outside to Chelios. Chelios faked the shot. Gave it to Yzerberg. Yzerberg trying to roll it in for Poulin. It was deflected, and Gilmore will shoot it away and down the ice. 15 seconds left in the penalty to Toronto's Dave Andreychuk. Chicago 5, Toronto 4. The Blackhawks moving up again. Up to center. Brent Sutter got over the line and was stopped, and back for Eastwood. He has Osborne with him. Eastwood made a good move, and he lifted one high with Osborne going to the net, but he was checked going in there, and he ran into the goalpost, and there's going to be a Chicago penalty.
Well, Osborne was fired into the net by the Chicago player, and he's going to take an interference call. Paul Eisebart, number 14, you can see him back checking, and he takes Osborne right to the goal. And it's maybe a good thing he did.
14, Paul Eisebart, 2 minutes for interference at 11:05.
Well, the Hawks now will have to kill a penalty off with 8:55 to go in the third period. They have a 1-goal lead.
Well, the Blackhawks had a very important power play earlier in this period when Andreychuk was off. Now the Maple Leafs have a very important power play as Eisebart is off. 8:55 left. Blackhawks 5, Maple Leafs 4. Game 3 with the Leafs up 2-0 in the series.
Now Suter and Chelios have just played the whole power play. The whole power play for Chicago. And here they are out. They're probably going to kill the whole penalty. 2 horses who play more than half the game every night. You wonder when they play 2 games in a row whether it might not show in the last half of the second game tomorrow.
Which reminds us to remind you, Game 4 of the series goes tomorrow night here at the Chicago Stadium. 8:30 Eastern Time. We're on there. But right now in Game 3, 5-4 Chicago leading. Toronto on a power play. It's left there for Chelios to shoot down the ice. Allen, Mironov, Gardner, Andreychuk, and Gilmore. There's Gardner winding up. Has some pretty good speed going now to the Chicago line, and he shoots it in on the boards. It hit the net. Comes loose for him, but he fell before he could center it. And the Blackhawks are going to get a chance to move it out. There it goes. Kirk Green hammered that one off the boards. Minute 18 left in the penalty. Up to center is Allen. He's had a strong game for the Maple Leafs. Taken away from him this time and shot down the ice. Allen has scored 2 goals for Toronto. Armani 4 for Chicago. Power play Leafs. Mironov shoots it from center. Belfour out of the net. Fired it high on the glass and won't get by Mironov. He can't get a shot. He was covered. Roenick had him. And the Blackhawks get it out. Now Andreychuk feeding it back with 45 seconds left in the power play. Andreychuk. He'll just shoot it in there to the corner to the right. Chelios had no problem picking that up. 35 seconds left in the Chicago penalty. Good work by Rich Sutter on Mironov. After him again. Mironov using McCown. Back to Mironov. Rich Sutter all over the place in there. There he is chasing McCown, and he drilled him. Rich Sutter has come to play tonight for Chicago. Gill takes the shot away off the net, hoping for the deflection in front. Gill back for McCown. 3 seconds left in the penalty. It's now over. The Blackhawks have killed it off. The Leafs keep the puck in. Shot back of the net and around the goal for Eisebart. And he gets it ahead. Here comes Graham going in on goal. And Potvin made a fine stop with a blocker. Closing off the short side of that bid. Clark is upended. Toronto back to regroup. 6:30 remaining in the third. 5-4 Chicago. Now McCown stops dead in his tracks as Graham is in for checking with Brent Sutter. And Amonte centered it. Clark in front of his own net. Takes over. Back at the goal for McCown. He'll come from the corner and roll it ahead. That is Zezel trying to move up. Zezel on Chelios. Hit Chelios. Chelios gets back up. He takes another hit. Osborne shot. Leafs are coming close. Scrambles in front of Belfour. And they poke it in over the line again with 5:40 remaining in the third. A one-goal game now. Toronto all afire, trying to tie it. Chicago had a 3-0 lead in the first period. And the Leafs climbed back to tie it. They went up 5-3. And now the Leafs are within one. As Chicago tries to get close in this series. Looking to win their 2 games on home ice to tie it. Down the right side and going in. Chicago played in front and covered on the play with Chance. Dubinsky had gone in with him. Now Gilmore giving a rough ride, trying to go in. Shakes it off and keeps going to the corner, trying to play it back. There's Andrechuk with Gardner. And the Blackhawks now up to Chance. He's the center. And he shoots it from there, and they want to make changes. Going to end now with 4:35 remaining in the third. And it's Chelios on there again. Takes his shot. Offense stopped that, and Elliott played it away, and Andrechuk chopped it to center. 4:25 left in the third. 5-4 Chicago. Stopped by Clark. He's getting loose in there for the Leafs. Centered one through the crease. It comes back to the line, and here's the fade. That's tipped in front of Belfour. Saw it. Graham out in front of his own net. A close call for Eastwood as he knocked it off Graham's stick. The Leafs are forcing the play again. In on the boards, they fight for it. Chelios, tireless out there for Chicago. He got it up on the line, but it's still in there. There's a chance. And the shot with Pearson off balance. Blocked by Belfour. 3:45 remaining in the third. And the Blackhawks shoot it down the ice and make wholesale changes again. The big crowd is roaring now with 3:30 remaining in the third period. Pearson going up and running over his man, but here come 3 Hawks. Poulin going in with Eisenberg. That's blocked. And it stops the play. There's got to be another penalty called. It was Eisenberg this time who got nailed and went into the net behind the Potvin. Some great hockey in front of us now in this third game of the series. Jamie McCown for cross-checking. Comes with 3:21 remaining. Chicago leading 5-4, and they'll go on the power play.
Here's Chelios. Just played 6 minutes and 24 straight seconds. Took about 18 seconds off, and is back out there. This guy is a marathoner.
Chelios having a word with Jeremy Roenick, and now Tony Amonte. Amonte has 4 goals in the hockey game. The Blackhawks were up 3-0 and 5-3 in the game. It's 5-4 now, and they're on the power play. They could put this away. Chelios passes off to the right boards to Roenick. The Chelios high shot. Knocked down in front of Potvin. Chelios coming in there again. It's cleared out over the line, though, where Suter had drifted. Hooked it through to Roenick. He shot it, and that was full force on the referee and nailed it. Paul Stewart. He's a tough customer. He's had a few of those in his days. Shakes it off, and the Blackhawks shake it up, and they come to center. Chelios once again leading the attack. Dumping a soft one into the corner. The Leafs are on it to clear it out, and Suter again. They've come back a bit, and they have to come back on side. 1:10 left in the penalty. To McCown, it's right in there for Murphy. Amonte, ever present in front of Potvin, just missed getting another great chance. The Blackhawks and the Leafs both change now. 1 minute gone in McCown's minor penalty. 5-4 Chicago. 2:15 left in the third period. Toronto moving it out, up to center. Weinrich stopped it, got away from Gilmore. It's inside the line, and there's Lefebvre getting it ahead, and Gilmore didn't see the pass. Belfour did. Shot it on the boards to Eisenbart. He tapped it loose for Poulin. Pulling up over the leaf line. Going to the far side with Ruutu in there. He takes the pass. Back to the line. Weinrich to Ruutu. Ruutu waits. A pass stopped by Gartner. 20 seconds left in the Leaf penalty. Gartner is moving out. Put one in there for Marinov. Trying to pick it up. And he was covered by the Chicago defenseman Kearney. And now the play call. The high stick making contact. 9 seconds left in the Leaf penalty to McCown. And in the third period, a minute and a half. Timeout called. Sutter talking to his workhorses. He's got a few of them out there tonight. Want his brother Rich. He hasn't been on that often in this third period. His brother, as he worked hard for this Chicago team in a defensive role. Chris Chelios, as Harry has mentioned. The faceoff, by the way, will be just outside the Chicago line. Detroit up on San Jose. They're at it out west. 2-0. So the Red Wings got a scare from the Sharks. Now seem to have things under control. Right here, Chicago leads 5-4. A minute and a half left. Long shot by Allen. That got by everybody. And Belfour, but missed the net. 1:20 left. Chelios back at the net with McCown on the ice, penalty over. He is going off on a change. So now with 1:12 left, icing the call against Chicago. We're down a minute and 10 seconds left in the third, and the Leafs within one of the tying this game.
Well, Pat Burns got what he wants. 1:10 to go. I'm sure he'll take Potvin out. You never know whether you're going to get another offensive zone faceoff. Chris Chelios tried a long pass up the middle. He didn't complete it, and it cost him 200 feet and gives the Leafs a chance to put 6 skaters on.
And we'll set it up for the 6 skaters on Toronto's side now. Clark, Andrechuk, Marinov, Gilmore, Gartner, and Ellen. Chicago with Brent Sutter to take the draw, and he wins it smartly into the corner. The Leafs keep it in. They're net empty, remember. There's one shot. Rebound goes back to the net to Gartner, trying to dump it out front. Leaves it behind the net and hit a skate. Hit the referee, it goes back to the goal, and now it's Ellett storming in from the blue line. Back of the net is Clark. Chelios there trying to lift it out, but it got high over the glass into the crowd, and the face-off is going to be inside the Chicago line with 49.8 seconds remaining in regulation time.
Chris Chelios has gone over the 32-minute mark tonight. His defense partner, Gary Suter, is over the 30-minute mark. In a game with the intensity this one's had, the hitting it's had, that is more than a good night's work. 49 seconds to go. The Leafs have the goalie out. They're down by 1.
Face off to the right of Ed Belfour. Again, the Blackhawks win the draw. Andrechuk goes back to the net, however. Andrechuk centered into the crease. They bang away at it in there. Clark took a whack at it and another. And Belfour somehow keeps it out. Now we're down to 41.8 seconds remaining. Naturally, this draws a crowd as the Leafs are forcing the play with Potvin on the bench. The 6th skater on there, buzzing inside the Chicago blue line. And watch this scramble.
Belfour had it. No Leaf could jam it loose. Well, they got 9 seconds to the right side of the clock, did the Hawks. But the face-off is still in their zone.
Gilmore again. On the face-off for Toronto. Brent Sutter has been great winning these face-offs. I'm sure he'll skate in to square off with Gilmore again. Sutter goes back to say something to Ed Belfour. 41.8 seconds remaining in regulation time. The Leafs trying to send this one to overtime.
Sutter told Belfour he's going to draw the puck. Be ready for it.
Sutter is way down. You got to get that stick down first. He's out. Roenick is in. He's not too shabby, but he can't win it. But he jumps on the loose puck, trying to move it out, and does. It goes to center. Dave Ellett, the only one there to play it back in, and Chelios will try to shoot it out again and does. All the way down the ice. It'll be icing against Chicago. 27.3 seconds remaining in regulation time. The Chicago Blackhawks 5. Toronto Maple Leafs 4. Shots are dead even at 33 apiece. And now another face-off to the right of Belfort.
And I've got the chances to score dead even at 18 apiece. The Hawks can't get rid of the Leafs. They had them 3-0. They had them 5-3. They're 27 seconds away from winning their first playoff game after losing 10 in a row.
Here's the face-off. The Blackhawks storm back of the net. It's going to be stopped by Mironov. He put his shot in there, hit a leg. Andrechuk takes it. 19 seconds remaining. The Blackhawks can't get it out. Another long shot that just missed. It was deflected wide of the goal. Andrechuk trying to keep it in. 10 seconds remaining. The crowd roaring now, and they get it to the line and out. The Blackhawks are going to win this game. This game is over. Chicago leading 3-0 and leading 5-3. Watch the Leafs come back a couple of times, but they held them off in the end and win this game 5-4, and the series now is a 2-1 margin for these Toronto Maple Leafs.